Morning. So I've come down today, my day off, and I'm going to do some jobs. Maybe sort out the cucumbers a little bit. I've counted 20 cucumbers. I don't know what I'm going to do with 20 cucumbers, but I'm sure I'll find somewhere or someone that will take them. But yes, there are some things to be picked, and where I've been away, I'm still catching up with the weeding. So I've got a little bit of weeding still to do and catch up. I have done quite a lot, but I still need to catch up on quite a bit of it. It's still quite messy. So that's my job today, just to do a little bit of weeding. I want to tidy up this area today, so it's a little bit tidy. Maybe get down to these beds here, so it's kind of like a marker. That's my ambition anyway. So I can clear this lot, get down to these beds here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the Swede. I'm going to see what it looks like. I'm going to pull some, see what it looks like, and if it's not any good, I'm going to pull it out, put some turnips in there or something similar. Turnips, spring onions. You can still sow them this time of year. So I think that's what I'm going to do, because I don't think I've treated them very well. So, first things first, weeding. There we go. So I've weeded the beans here, which is good. I've come down to the courgettes. I'm calling him Paulie Pete, but I don't think he's dead. I think he just needs some feed and a little bit of TLC. This one over here seems to be okay, but yeah, he's definitely struggling, considering they were sown at the same time, planted at the same time. He definitely seems to be struggling compared to that one.
Another rainy afternoon, I don't know what I'm to do. I just miss you more than anything. It's way too quiet in the house, I'm just wasted on the couch, 'cause I don't wanna feel anything. Wish you'd stayed here beside me. This isn't how it's supposed to be. Wish you'd stayed here right with me. I can't shake that feeling that we.
These ones down here are called honeycomb. I didn't think they were ripe, but they are, and they're like an orange colour. So it's nice that these are actually ripe. It's nice to be picking the tomatoes this time of year and like rooting through all of this vegetation and just picking your hard-earned rewards.
This isn't how it's supposed to be. Wish you'd stayed here right with me. I can't shake that feeling that we said goodbye too soon.
Pleased with that. I've got some beans, I've got some cucumbers, I've got some of those little honeycomb tomatoes, and I've got some of the normal cherry tomatoes. It just feels really nice this time of year when you're just going around and you're looking at your plot and you're seeing what's growing and what you can pick, and it's just exciting. I love it. And it feels, I don't know, this year just seems to be my year. I've been gardening not for very long, about 3 years, so I haven't really got a lot of experience, but it feels like this is my year, because everything's just, well, it's just coming and it's growing and I'm picking on it and I'm so excited. I can't tell you how excited and how pleased I am with it all. It's a bit weedy at the moment, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there, and it'll be up to scratch soon enough, just little and often. If you have got a new allotment, don't feel overwhelmed if it's overgrown, or if you've been off, or something's happened and your allotment's just gone a little bit out of control. Don't worry, just take your time, don't panic, because it will all come together. I have noticed while I've been picking my first butternut squash, again, not had any success. However, the butternut squash is actually planted there where that bean cane is, and it's travelled all the way through the tomatoes down here. Not quite where I wanted it to be, but it's fine. It's fine. It's actually started to rain. It's been a rainy week this week, and it's actually starting to rain. So I might venture into the polytunnel and see what I can pick in there. So I'm coming to the polytunnel for a bit, because it's not very nice out there. Very rainy, very windy. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pass it, or whether it's going to be in for the afternoon. We shall see. But let's show you in the polytunnel. So last week I was trying to show you some chilies and they weren't really appearing. But I have to say, now these are appearing. These are, I think, the habanero yellow. And if you go down here, there is an actual couple of big chilies down here, which is really great. And down there. So I think they're the habanero yellow Scotch bonnet. They should be really hot. I'm hoping so anyway, because I do like hot chilies, and I plan to either dehydrate them and make them into a chili powder, or maybe make a little bit of a sauce, but it just depends how many I get. But it looks like I'm going to get quite a few at the moment, which is good. Happy. One thing I'm happy with in here as well, these watermelons. So this is Little Darling watermelon, and it looks like I've got one here and one here, and I've also seem to have another one growing here. So that's 3. They are on 2 plants, so it'll be interesting to see how many I get from those 2 plants. But 3 at the moment is great, because last time I grew watermelon they didn't really grow. They seem to grow and then die, so I don't really know what I did wrong, but these are definitely growing, which is good. Good. So we are starting to see some of the tomatoes turning in the polytunnel as well. It looks like we've got a red one down here. I think these are the Tigerella, and they are looking like they're turning, which is fabulous. There's some here that are just starting to turn their colour. These are the Black Moon. Don't know when they're actually ready. There's one here that looks like it has got blossom end rot actually. So I'm going to take him off. But all the others seem to look okay. I can't see any signs of blossom end rot on them. Just that one. Strange. God, I'm not gentle at all. I believe blossom end rot is either caused by inconsistent watering or not enough calcium. So it's caused by a watering issue, I do believe. I may be wrong, but it just prevents it getting enough calcium. It's just really strange that it's just on that one tomato though, which is really strange. And over here, these tomatoes aren't looking as yellow as they were. They were looking quite yellow, but I hadn't really fed them. So I'm pretty sure that's why some of the leaves are actually starting to change colour now, which is really good. But they were really yellow, and it's nice to see because there's some changing colour down here too. It's definitely raining outside. I think it might be in for the afternoon, which is a shame. So I was hoping to get some bits done outside, but never mind. I'm going to trim the tomatoes, take some of the foliage off the tomatoes, so hopefully that will be a little bit better. Right, well that's the tomatoes topped and the excess foliage just removed, because it just gives a little bit more airflow. With this damp weather that we're having, I'm a little bit concerned about blight. As I say, I have had blight for the last 2 years consecutively, so I don't really want to get blight again. So one of the things that I want to do is actually take the excess foliage off, and then that will help with airflow, which hopefully will help prevent the blight. Because we're in here, it's quite humid anyway. I know notoriously they say greenhouses and polytunnels don't affect blight, but I got it in the greenhouse last year, so I'm just taking the precautions really. I'm really pleased with how this year's going. I have to say, it just feels like it's my year. I've got butternut squash coming, I've got the plums ripening, I've got apples on the apple tree, I've got courgettes coming out my ears, I've got cucumbers coming out of my ears, the beans look healthy, the sweetcorn's doing really well. I'm just so pleased with it all. I'm just so pleased, and it's a joy to come down here again, because it's so disheartening when things get eaten and, well, you kill them because you just think, oh, what have I done? No, what did I do wrong? And you haven't done anything wrong. You've just learnt something, basically. You've learnt how not to do it. So you haven't done anything wrong. You've just learnt another way not to do it. And I'm just so pleased. There are things that haven't gone right. The garlic didn't do very well at all, and the onions haven't done very well at all, but they don't seem to do very well here. So it's just one of those things, I think. So thank you for watching. I'll just give you a quick scale of the allotment while I finish off. Catch you later. Bye for now.